In this video, I'm going to explain the solving quadratic equations by using the factoring method. Here the form is ax squared plus bx plus c it's going to be, and here the question it is given x squared plus 3x plus 2. But before starting the question, I want to explain what is the solving by factoring method. I want to explain that one. The method that we are going to use for that one, first we are going to separate into factors of the ax squared, the first term I mean, write the products of ax squared, then write the products of c, which means the last term. Then crossly multiply the products. We are going to write the products here and we are going to crossly multiply them and get the sum of results. And then we are going to get the sum of the results, and if the sum is the midterm, then write the factors. It means that our factorization is true, then we may write our factors. Here the explanation of this is the first step. X squared, the factors of the x squared, we know that factors of the x squared is equal to x times x, it must be. So I'm going to write downward x times x. And here the factors of the 2, we know that 2 is equal to 2 times 1. We have different factors, but for 2 only there are 2 times 1 it's going to be. Okay, we are going to write like this. Then we are going to crossly multiply them. Now I'm crossly multiplying them, and the result it's going to be equal to, I'm going to write the sum results here. X times 2, it's equal to 2x. X times 1 is equal to x. Then I'm going to get the sum. Sum of the results here. The sum of the results means this 2 sum. And these 2 results, actually 2x plus x is equal to 3x, it's going to be. If I get the midterm here, actually I got the midterm here, this is plus 3x, and here the midterm is also plus 3x. That's why it means that my factorization is true. Then we are going to get the factors directly. Factors directly means I'm going to get this one here and I'm going to get this one here. So while I'm writing, also I'm going to write their signs also. I knew that the sign of the plus 1 it was, and this factorized like that, plus 1 times, actually I wrote plus 2 here. I wrote here plus 2 here, but plus signs is not written. That's why while I'm writing the factors, I'm going to write like this: x plus 2 times x plus 1. X plus 1 is going to be equal to 0. So it means that x squared plus 3x plus 2 is equal to x plus 2 times x plus 1. Then if I get there equal to 0, it means that one of them is going to be 0. X plus 2 is equal to 0, or x plus 1 is equal to 0. X is equal to, x1 is equal to minus 2, x2 is equal to minus 1 it's going to be. So the answers of this question, solution set, it's going to be minus 2 and minus 1. Okay, if I apply the same thing here, here x squared is equal to x times x, it's going to be, and minus 9's factors are here the true form is plus 9 times minus 1, because if I choose different numbers, let's say I knew that 9's factors are minus 9 factors are minus 9 times also 1, but when you apply the minus 1 and minus 9 and 1 here, the result it's not going to be same. Or if I can do like, I will do like this. Here I'm going to try another number, like, let me try another number to show that that's not true. Let's say plus 3 and minus 3. When you crossly multiply, this is going to be 3x. When you crossly multiply, this is going to be minus 3x. And here, as you see, when you say it's equal to the sum is equal to 0, this is not the midterm. So this factorization is completely wrong. What we are going to do here, x and it will be minus plus 9 times minus 1. It can be, if I crossly multiply, it's going to be equal to 9x. If I crossly multiply, it's going to be equal to minus x. So x plus 9 times, 9x plus minus x, it's going to be equal to plus 8x. And the result, it's going to be here. The result is going to be equal to midterm. If the result is midterm, it means that this factorization is true, and I can get the factors directly. I said like that before. Directly get the factors here. This one and this one. It's going to be this one and this one. So we are understanding this one. X squared plus 8x minus 9 is equal to 0. Actually, it's equal to x plus 9 times x minus 1 is equal to 0. It means that x plus 9 is equal to 0, or x minus 1 is equal to 0. It's going to be x is equal to minus 9, or x is equal to 1. It's going to be, actually these are x1 and x2. So the solution set is equal to minus 9 and 1. Going to be okay. Here in the previous question, here in this question, the a values, they were equal to 1 x squared. Here, if the form is 6x squared, or here 2x squared, what we are going to do? Here I brought the steps back again. Here I wrote. So I'm going to first try to factorize the 6x squared. I'm going to factorize like 6x squared. When I say, firstly, I remember that's going to be 3x squared and 3x times 2x. It's going to be 3x times 2x. It's going to be, I think. Then what are the factors of the 7? 7 and 1 it will be, but this is minus 7, so one of them it must be minus 7, so it's equal to minus 7 and plus 1 I'm writing here. Then I'm crossly multiplying minus 7x, and then here I'm multiplying, it's equal to 3x minus 14x, minus 14, 2 times 7 is equal to 14, so it's equal to minus 14x. It's going to be 3x times 1 is equal to 3x. When I find the result here, it's going to be minus 14 plus 3, which is equal to minus 11. But this is not the midterm. This is not the midterm. So what I wrote here, all wrong. Which means when I'm factorizing this one, I need to find suitable numbers, more suitable numbers, like 3x and 2x. Here it's going to be, and I'm going to write plus 1 and minus 7 here. So when I crossly multiply, this is going to be equal to minus 21x. When I crossly multiply this one, it's going to be equal to 2x. When I add them, it's going to be equal to minus 19x. Did I get the midterm? Yes, I got the midterm, so it means that this factorization is true. And when I'm getting the factors, I said directly I need to take, and here directly I took the factors, and it's going to be equal to, here it's going to be equal to 3x plus 1 times 2x minus 7 is equal to 0, going to be. Then what are the factors? 3x plus 1 is equal to 0, and 2x minus 7 is equal to 0. It's going to be, or x and 3x is equal to minus 1, x1 is equal to minus 1 over 3, it must be, or 2x minus 2x is equal to 7, and x2 is equal to 7 over 2 is the answer of this question. Okay, the last one is 2x squared is equal to plus x plus 3. It's firstly we need to arrange them. We need to collect the terms to one side, which is 2x squared minus x minus 3 is equal to 0. And here 2x squared, of course I can separate like 2x and x. And here I can separate minus 3 like minus 3 and plus 1. When I crossly multiply, this is going to be equal to minus 3x. 2x times 1 plus 1 is equal to 2x. And when you get the sum, it's going to be equal to minus x, which is the midterm. So it means that our factorization is true. When we are getting the factors, we should get directly. So 2x minus 3 times x plus 1 is equal to 0. Then it means that 2x minus 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 1 is equal to 0. It's going to be 2x is equal to 3, x is equal to 3 over 2, and x is equal to minus 1 it's going to be. So we can get the solution set like minus 1 and 3 over 2. Okay, here we have one new type. Actually, we were solving this kind of equations. Here I'm going to write the first way, and the first way of for x squared minus 49, x squared minus 49 is equal to 0. We were doing like this: x squared is equal to 49, then x is equal to plus minus 7. The root of 49, we know that is equal to 7, and which numbers are giving 49 for us? Minus 7 and 7. That's why x is equal to minus 7, and then minus 7 and plus 7, x is equal to minus 7, or x is equal to plus 7. I was writing this was the solution of the first question. We solved in the previous lesson like that. But now here it says solve by factoring. We can use the formula a squared minus b squared here, which is equal to a squared a minus b times, a minus b times a plus b. It's going to be, so here the x squared minus 49 is equal to x squared minus 7 squared. We know that's equal to 0, and x minus 7 times x plus 7 is equal to 0, and x1 is equal to x minus 7 is equal to, actually I missed this step here, x minus 7 is equal to 0, or x plus 7 is equal to 0, x1 is equal to 7, and x2 is equal to minus 7. It's going to be, here you see we found the same results with this one. Or for the second one, x squared minus 25, if it's equal to 0, x squared minus 5 squared is equal to 0. A squared minus b squared formula, a minus b times a minus b times a plus b. I repeat before, a plus b, which is equal to 0. X is equal to x1 is equal to 5, and x2 is equal to minus 5. It's going to be, so, or we should write, so the solutions are 5 and minus 5 going to be.